I love this thing so much. I don't get to run it very often because of how slow the amethyst grows, but there is just something so magical about this, and I love it. And I love all the comments you guys gave me, giving me ideas for what I can add to this, and I'm absolutely going to implement quite a few of those. But if I'm being honest, we've been working on this storage room for I think like 4 episodes now, and as much as I love it, I think it's really time that we went and did something else. And I think you guys are going to absolutely love what I have planned. Do you remember this little bit of stone here that I put here? I think it's been like 15 episodes now, maybe even longer than that. And I said, oh, I'm going to get to this in like an episode or 2. And then I never did. Well, I'm getting to it today, and you guys are not prepared for what I have planned here. And you guys are going to have to wait if you want to find out what kind of project this is, because I am just too excited. I just really want to get this project started. So I'm going to get the groundwork laid, and you guys see if you can guess what I'm building here. I was just filling this whole area with dirt when it occurred to me that I'm actually going to have to replace all of this with something later on, so I should probably wait to do that. And I also feel like I should probably apologize to you, because I have no idea what I was thinking when I asked you to guess what I'm building. It looks really cool, but yeah, it doesn't really give you very many hints as to what I'm building. This entire enclosed area is actually going to be a nobleman's house, or I suppose estate is probably the better term. In Korean, we call them yangban, but you can basically just think of them as nobles that own all the land that all of these poor little farmers down here are having to work for minimal profit. Hey, I never said I was making a utopia. So we've got all of our farmers living down here in the little village. We've got a tangerine orchard up here, and eventually we're going to have a whole bunch of other farms. There's a You know what? I had absolutely no idea that this guy was here. I think this is from the Halloween event where all the zombies had pumpkin heads. I don't actually really remember when that was, because I was probably inside the storage room at the time, so I never really noticed when they were spawning, but that's crazy that he's still here. I think he must have picked up an egg, and that's why he didn't despawn. Huh, well, I guess you can live in here with the sniffers. But anyway, that's the lore of the village, and I'm just so excited for this. Like I said, this is not going to be a house. It's going to be more of like a complex. We'll have living quarters, we'll have storage areas, we'll have servants' quarters. There's going to be everything in here. Might even put like a pond over here in this corner. It's going to be awesome. But for the ground in here, I've actually thought of a really interesting material that we could use. And believe it or not, I don't actually have any. I know it sounds weird considering all that storage that we just put over there and just how many materials we have in this world. I mean, we've got a farm for just about everything. But one of the few things that we don't have is mycelium. And I know it sounds super weird, but I'm going to make this entire ground in here out of mycelium, and you just got to trust me on this. It's going to look amazing. But in order to get it, we've got to fly about 15,000 blocks in this direction. So we've honestly got quite a journey ahead of us, but who knows? Maybe we'll find some other fun stuff along the way and make a little adventure out of it. But yeah, I'm going to go grab some extra shulker boxes just in case we want to get a little bit more that we can hold in our storage, and then we can get on our way. Oh, there it is. We finally made it. Wow, this was a pretty long journey. And the best part about this is that it's nighttime, but I still don't have to worry about mobs because mobs don't spawn here. And about 30 seconds later, we've got all the mycelium that we're ever gonna need, because we can always just set this down back there and it'll just grow more. So I think that's plenty. But since coming all the way out here for just like 30 seconds of harvesting mycelium felt a little bit silly, I thought I'd come over here and maybe this is gonna completely fail, but maybe I can take a mooshroom back with me. And I've seen this method on Hermitcraft, but I have never actually tried it for myself, so I'm really hoping it works. But my plan is to grab a couple cows, and hopefully at least one of them will make it all the way with me. Ideally 2, because then I'd be able to breed them, but I would consider 1 to be a total success. So I'm just gonna grab like all of these. All right, I've got a ton of cows, and let me know down in the comments how many cows you think are gonna make it all the way there. I'm really hoping it's at least 1. All right, we're almost to the top. Let's get myself lined up. I think I need to go straight in this direction. All right, please work. Oh, we lost one. We lost one for sure. Do I lose more? Oh, I lost more. I've got 2 left. All right, I'm gonna try and use as few rockets as I possibly can. All right, so far so good. So far not so good. All right, we've got 1 little guy left. I'm thinking there's about a 0% chance that he makes it all the way because we are not even close to all the way there yet. Oh, we lost him. We lost him somewhere along the way. Well, I can't say I'm not a little bit disappointed, but we'll come back at a later date and we'll try again. For now, I just want to get back and start building. Now that's what I'm talking about. I may be terrible at transporting mobs, but I think these buildings turned out amazing. I did some minor detail work on them, but there's still a lot of work that needs to be done, and, well, the back of this is completely unfinished. And of course the interiors as well are completely empty. But I'd say overall this is a pretty solid start. But like everything in Minecraft, just having fancy buildings by themselves isn't enough. Right now with all this flat ground and the buildings just kind of spaced like this with nothing in between, it all just looks really lifeless. So we'll of course add a couple more buildings in here, maybe a pond and like some little stuff to fill in all the spaces here. But I think just getting some paths in here would be a great first step. So I'll just spin those paths into existence real fast. One thing that you'll see a lot in real life that I don't think translates super well to Minecraft is flatness. And that might sound kind of weird for a game made out of blocks. You know, if you just walk around, all of this is just flat because it's the top of a block. But in my opinion, one of the best ways to make something in Minecraft look really good is to vary the elevation. Which is one of the reasons why I really like this area especially. You've got an upper walkway and a bridge and a staircase that comes down to a second level. You've got the multi-tiered lake with the water flowing down. And even a massive garden area with overhangs and big areas for water to flow into. I mean, just imagine looking at this if it was completely flat. We wouldn't have any of these little rocks sticking up. We wouldn't have this lower area. There'd be nowhere for water to pool. So I want to do something kind of like this, although maybe not quite so extreme just because flatness is kind of the whole point of this area. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some sections of worn down path where the path might go down a little bit lower. I've got several sections in here that I really want to put little mini gardens into, and I can enclose those gardens in little mini rock walls. And that'll give us some of our upwards elevation. I don't know if I explained that super well, but it'll all make sense once I show you. favorite things about this mycelium ground is that the green just pops so much better. That and the blue of the water, of course. And I didn't even do anything too crazy. We just added 2 tiny little trees here with a little bit of grass inside. And then of course along the sides we added a little bit more greenery. We have the pond over here and just some little areas where the path is worn down. Oh, and of course I made a nice little well. And I actually really love this one. We've just got some dirt around it. I put some podzol there, not because I really know what that's supposed to be, maybe wet ground, but I think it really adds something. And if we look up inside of it, I just love the little cover that I put on it here. You can just barely see it as you step down here, but I don't know, I think it really adds some life. And then of course there's the jugs we have on the side and some little bits of water leaking out. I don't know, there's still a lot of work left to be done, but I really like the progress that we've made. Now I don't think there's going to be a lot more building left in this episode, but one thing that I'd really like to do is I want to do a little bit of shading here on the roofs, particularly regarding the white area right here. I really like how the roofs turned out. This is a type of roof that you see all the time in Korea, and it's actually really unique. You've got the roof going up at angles on all 4 sides, but then on 2 sides it continues all the way up to the top, whereas it stops on the other ends, and it gives you this really interesting little, I don't even really know what to call this, but it's just an area where it's flat in here, but then sloped on all the other sides. I don't know, it's my first time giving this a try, and I wouldn't say I nailed it, but I think it does look pretty good. And aside from needing to texture the roofs, I think if we just fly up here, and then I can destroy these ones just like this, and then just throw in a little bit of tuff here to transition it, and maybe even put like some birch buttons in there like that. And yeah, I think even just doing that tiny little bit is really helpful for the transition from the really light material to the dark material. You can see I kind of did a similar thing along here with the mushroom stems up above, and then it goes down to calcite below, and it just gives a little bit of a hint of, oh, there's shade underneath here, and then it's a little bit brighter as you get lower. Now as for the central building, it's kind of the face of the entire complex because it's the first thing that you see as you're walking in, and even if I go a ways back here, you even get a decent view of it right as you're going over the bridge. So I'd really like to do something a little bit extra with this one. And since it's a little bit hard to tell that this is poking out when you view it from the front, I thought it'd be a really good idea if I just went through here and I added a little bit of a shadow underneath. So I think I'm just gonna have it going off at a slight angle over in this direction, and then I can just get progressively darker as we go out. Oh yeah, I think that really helps a lot. It's a minor detail, but especially when you get farther away, like right as you're coming over the bridge, you can just see that shadow there, and you might not necessarily notice it right away. But a lot of the time with these builds, it's those little tiny details that you don't really notice right away that just really sell it all. There's still plenty to be done in here. I'd like to put like a storage building, maybe right in this corner. I of course need to finish the wall going all the way around the back, and maybe even put like a garden back here. I'm not totally sure what I want to do with all this space. I mean, extending this building back just a little bit is always an option. I don't know, you guys can let me know what you think. But wow, I'm just having so much fun right now. Not that I wasn't having fun in the storage room, of course, but it just feels so nice to come outside and work with some greenery, put some really unique roofs together. I don't know, this well is one of my favorites for some reason. It's just a tiny thing, but I don't know, like the way the lid just kind of leans over the side and the little bits of water here. I had so much fun with this. But I think I'm going to leave finishing this build for another day because I've got one other thing that I have to do. I just can't let that little deal with the mushroom slide. I already hate myself for this. All right, here we are. This time we're going to get 2 mooshrooms no matter what it takes. Oh, that's actually a little bit sad. Don't worry, little guys, your sacrifice won't be in vain. And this time I'm gonna make sure I use boats because I took them with me last time intending to use them, and then I completely forgot that I had them with me. So hopefully this works out fine. You need to get in there. There we go. There's 1 and there's 2. Then I can just attach the lead to the boat like this, and it should pull it along. And the nice thing about having this boat is that ideally, even if these guys drop down, then they should be able to survive the fall. These mooshrooms are gonna get back home even... Wait, is there a mooshroom up on top of there? Huh. Well, what do you know? This guy's just been chilling up here this whole time. Oh, there's two of them up here. I gotta take a screenshot of this. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoy your little home up here because I'm not really gonna do anything to help you. Let's get lined up so that we're going in the right direction. And oh boy, this absolutely just has to work this time. Like, there's just no other option. And we're off. All right, they seem to be floating along behind us just fine. Let's try using a rocket. Still there? All right, this is gonna work. I just have a feeling. And rockets again. Everything's fine so far. All right, we went up fairly high that time. Hopefully that can get us another couple thousand blocks. And up we go. Oh no, we lost them. All right, they're fine. They're fine. They're just in the boat. All right, this is fine. I don't have a big tower to climb, but I think I should be able to just go from the water. Or at least I'm really hoping that works fine. We'll just have to see. Oh, their boat broke? Not entirely. Oh, here it is. All right, let's get you and let's get you. And there's a nice little island for us right here. Put you back in the boat. All right, and we're just gonna have to go straight off the ground, but I think it should work, hopefully. Oh, actually, I brought a little bit of scaffolding, so let's scaffold up just a little bit. All right, I'm just going a little bit off the ground this time, and let's go. All right, I'm bouncing a little bit, but I think we're fine. Just gonna take it easy with the rockets again, and I'll see you in another couple thousand blocks. Oh, we lost them again. I didn't even use a rocket that time. It was such smooth sailing, but now we're struggling a bit. All right, let's just try from the ground again here, and go. That didn't work at all. Let's just try it again. Nope, maybe this time. Nope. All right. It seems towering up at least a little bit is an absolute necessity, which is unfortunate, but, you know, at least I brought some extra scaffolding. And away we go. Oh my goodness. All right, please work this time. Oh, come on. It was working so well for a while, and now it's not working at all. All right, let's just make this a little bit higher, I guess. And this time, I'll try and glide just a little bit longer. All right. Oh, please work. All right, let's just call that good for now, and we'll just glide for another couple thousand blocks. This is such a painfully long distance to go. Please work. All right. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, come on, guys. You gotta work with me here. All right, we're actually really close to halfway there, so just a little bit more and then we'll be there, guys. Just hang in there. Actually, I should probably be talking to the lead, not the cows. I mean, it's the lead that's not holding out. All right, we gotta make it over these mountains. That's a big hurdle. So, let's go. Glide for a little bit longer, and then... All right, just 3 rockets, that's it. I'm holding my breath every time I use a rocket. This is supremely stressful. Oh, there's a woodland mansion in the corner there. It's the first time I've seen one of those in this world. We're just gonna go around the mountaintops. Hopefully I can get out of this forest before I have to use rockets again, but I don't think that's happening. And it's gonna be dark soon. There's gonna be monsters, and this is not good. Let's go. All right. Oh, this is so stressful. All right, it's gonna work. It's gonna work just fine. All right, and over the mountain. All right, this is good. If we land in the plains, it's not that big a deal because the monsters will be easy to kill. Oh, we're so close. If I can just use like 2 more rockets, maybe 3 more rockets, then we can probably make it all the way back. We're getting so close. I think we've just got an ocean right ahead of us, and then we'll be there. Yep, just across this ocean, and we will be there. All right, 1 more, maybe 2 more rockets. Yeah, I think 2. Oh yeah, we're here. We're back. Oh yeah, yeah, we're back. I guess I need 1 more rocket, and then we're there. There's our nether portal. Oh, we made it, guys. We made it all the way back. We're just gonna land right here on the side. I'm gonna take a nap real fast. Oh, we did it. We've got 2 mooshrooms. I'm just gonna start breeding you now just in case, you know, something bad happens. There you go. You're my insurance. Thank you for your service. Oh, guys, we did it. I'm so happy. I still don't know exactly what I'm gonna do with these guys, although, I mean, we've got a big farm area over here, so maybe we can make some kind of stable for them. I don't know. Oops. Yeah, I accidentally hit one of them, so that was not good. Good thing I made my insurance, or made them make my insurance. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna sit you right here next to the horse, and yeah, I'll decide what to do with you later, and I'll even grab you and stick you next to your parents. Maybe next episode, maybe in a couple episodes, we'll have to do something with these guys. And of course, we do still have all of these skeleton horses that we found, I don't know, like a month or 2 ago, and these guys all need to be dealt with. So I don't know, maybe that's a good idea for a future episode. Just dealing with all the animals and making them stables and farms and pastures could be fun. I then took the time to go back to the second half of the storage system, which I hadn't finished setting up, and I filled in all the hopper lines, put composters on top of them to prevent lag, and then undertook the process of filling countless hoppers with filter blocks so that they can actually be used. I then went into the storage room and I added some of your guys' suggestions. I added soul torches under the amethyst, lit up the bottom of the farm using frog lights and carpet, and then filled in some of the areas in between the platforms with amethyst and glass, and then covered them with amethyst clusters. And I'm super happy with how it all turned out. In fact, I might actually go through later and add even more, but unfortunately that's where I'm gonna have to end off the episode. We made a huge amount of progress today, just filling in this entire area. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I'm just completely in love with this area. There's still a lot of work to be done. I'd like to texture the roofs a little bit better. We of course have to fill in interiors and get rid of all these little gaps in the floor. But I really think with a couple more buildings here and there and maybe a garden in the back, this could really turn into one of my favorite places in this world. Here pretty soon, I'd like to go through this middle area and kind of just, I don't know, terraform it up so that we can connect this area and that area. It probably won't be anything too big, just adding bits of grass, some boulders here and there, and unfortunately a couple trees. I really don't like making trees, but I can only put it off for so long. But like I said, I think this is where I'm gonna have to end the episode. I really hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed making it. And you'll have to let me know what you think about these buildings and the little gardens that we made. There's just something about this bright green and blue separated by a little bit of a barrier of rock that just pops so well on top of this mycelium. Hopefully I'm not the only one that thinks that. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.